Hello out there. This is the Rose Garden, and I have this guy with me. And we're going to do another anime of the day. And today's is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Woo!
So the guilty reason for why I chose this one to do next was just because the author of Yu Yu Hakusho and the author of Sailor Moon are married with kids, so I thought it would be adorable after doing Sailor Moon to do Yu Yu Hakusho. Get over it.
It's also a great series.
Yes, it is also a great series. But I was explaining why it's higher up on my list, since it's not a ranked list.
You're going backwards from S to Y.
Anywho, so Yu Yu Hakusho is the story of a boy named Yusuke, who is a punk in school. He dies because he did one selfless act when he really shouldn't have, and has to become a detective of ghosts to, become human again. Normal stuff.
Yeah.
And he is helped along the way with his Grim Reaper or Shinigami named Botan, who rides an oar because she's the pilot of the river Styx.
The nicest looking Grim Reaper you've ever seen.
Yes. Is there a picture of her on any of these? Of course not. Why would there be? Nope. Okay.
Nope. We probably found a book somewhere.
He is aided by his friends Kuwabara, who is also a punk, Hiei, which took me forever to learn how to say his name.
Demon.
Yes, he's a demon, and Crownma.
Also demon.
You know, talking about School Rumble messed that up in my head. I really enjoy the series. It's fun and entertaining, and there's a lot of depressing parts and a lot of happy parts, and a mild love story that does not take precedent over the whole thing.
It's clearly a 90s anime, though, and you know when things are about to get depressing because they always have the same exact doon, doon, doon music. And you're like, oh, crap. I was about to cry.
Just like when badass things happen, they have the same awesome music, so...
Yeah. But at least it's really awesome, so you don't mind it that much.
For the most part, the anime sticks to the manga. There's only a few variations, and that's mostly at the end of the series. So, there's nothing to really nitpick.
It's a really good series, and it has a decent ending.
Yes.
They did not completely cop out, I don't think.
No, the ending of the anime is fairly good for an anime. There's very few that end where you want it to end.
Yeah, the 90s and the 2000s, normally they just kind of ran out of money, and they're like, okay, this is where we're ending the series, I guess.
Yeah. Or they pull like a Love Hina, where they're like, never-ending story, we want money.
Yes, we hope you give us another season so we can keep this relationship going. But in the manga, it's like, hey, they got married, huzzah.
So the only thing about the ending is, like, in the show, they still end up together, him and his girl. And, what's her name? Keiko?
Yes, Keiko.
Yes. And, but the end of the book is just, like, slightly more romantic. You also get him trying a little harder, but in the end, it's pretty much the same outcome. But I do like that it's all about, growth. Like everything I love. Because he is this punk who doesn't give a damn about anyone else, but by the end, he's burdened himself with, trying to protect all of humanity. And
it's like he definitely starts out the anti-hero, where you wouldn't really think that someone like him would succeed in saving the world and becoming a good person morally.
That would be this guy, actually. This guy started out as a villain. And then,
He's the Vegeta of the series.
he's cooler than Vegeta, okay?
This is true.
Just like you learn secrets about Kuranma, where, he actually used to be, a freaking demon fox and was evil, and he stole the body of a, child pretty much to recuperate, and then was like, you know what? I like these humans. I'm going to stay with them.
I enjoyed this show because it was, for lack of a better description, very Japanese. Because back when I first started watching anime, there was just stuff that was like sci-fi in the future and fantastical things, like things that weren't Japan. But this was set in contemporary Japan with junior high schoolers going to school, doing their thing, and pretty much all the spirits It's like the vast majority of the spirit world in general was very Shintoist and Buddha. So you get to experience a lot of Japanese culture and what ideas they have of the spirits that might be surrounding them. That's just cool to me.
And this is up there with one of the first few animes you showed me, too.
Because I knew you'd be interested because it has a good story.
Just like
It's like Dragon Ball with a really good story.
Just like the manga, I had tried reading Inuyasha first, and then we got me this first volume, and I liked it so much more that I stopped reading Inuyasha, and we spent, I don't know how much money it cost to get the entire series that I read.
I think Yu Yu Hakusho is actually cheaper than a lot of other manga series because a lot of people don't know about it as much.
All I know is that spiraled into this oblivion. Which is never going to end. I need bigger bookcases.
You're welcome.
Just like we have our manga in a bookcase, and that is going to need a bigger bookcase. But luckily we watch a lot of streaming stuff now, so that helps. A little.
One of the adorable things in here is that Kuranma is dressed up as Tuxedo Mask in an episode, throwing roses.
I don't remember if he's actually dressed up, and I don't remember if it was in an episode, was it? I know it was in the book.
Oh wait, it wasn't Kuranma. It was the boy, the ruler of the underworld, Koenma.
Oh, yes, Koenma Jr.
Koenma Jr.
Yes, he is dressed up like Tuxedo Mask. I thought you were referring to... There's a scene in the manga where...
Kuranma.
Can I tell the story?
No, you're not allowed to.
Thank you. There's a scene in the manga where Yusuke and Kuwabara are in a fight and they're surrounded, and all of a sudden a rose comes flying out of nowhere, and he gives some speech, and they're like, knock it off. We have serious things to do. And I always thought that was just funny.
Especially since it was before the two authors ever met each other.
And I think it was back when she didn't really like him.
Yeah, they got introduced at a party, and it was like, I hate that guy.
And then they worked together, and then they fell in love, and yeah, one thing leads to another, and now they have kids. But I do think it's interesting that his work got translated to an anime very accurately, and hers did not.
Wonder what it is.
I don't know. It's not like the story is, like, it's still a good story with action in both of them, but...
It's like the only failing of the anime translation for Yu Yu Hakusho has got to be the later episodes where they start reanimating and recapping things that happened during the Dark Tournament repeatedly.
Where they were just finding fill time. Hi,
Yeah,
Demos.
the animation quality changed weirdly for a while, but then it got back to goodness.
No? You don't want to be here anymore, Demos? Yeah, okay. Ow. Thank you, Demos. But,
Do we have any closing thoughts?
I don't know. I kind of want to watch it now. I must say, the only arc that I found to be the most tiresome would probably be, the last one? Is it the last one?
Where they're fighting the spirit detective?
Yes, the former spirit detective, the one before Yusuke, who went rogue and...
Yeah, but then after that they have the monster tournament in Monster World or whatever.
well, I like the Monster World, but...
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Demon World. But yes, the one before that, there was a previous ghost detective, and he went rogue and was trying to kill everyone, and I don't like that arc.
Because he saw the VHS tape dated that it contains all of humanity's greatest sins.
It's kind of like in Fifth Element when, Li Lu is going through history and she gets to war, because obviously these aliens don't know what war is. And, he deems all humanity evil because of the acts of these few crazies. Which then makes him one of the crazies, so... whatever. He had a crazy elf lover who took him to another dimension and is sitting with his dead body somewhere. So...
Yeah.
Props to them. It's okay, Aries. It's just your sister. But, I think that's it. Really.
Yeah.
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 There is a collection of, shorts in a movie, kind of. It's
The movie's not quite worth it, but the shorts are hilarious because they have people's dreams and they have all the voice actors dubbing little commercial things.
Yes. So that is Yu Yu Hakusho the movie and Aizo Hakusho. So that was fun. I don't think it's on Blu-ray yet. So I think this is
If
the
it
DVD.
was, we probably would have bought it.
Yeah, since we got the whole series on Blu-ray, which I had to like pester him to get. He's like, "Oh, we have it on DVD. We don't need it on Blu-ray."
It looks so much better on Blu-ray.
Yeah. I wonder.
It's crazy how that works.
I wonder why. Then again, I am the person who, when Disney comes out with their new editions, I keep buying them because I'm a sucker. But I already covered that.
So, in conclusion, if you haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho, you should watch it. If you like fighting anime, if you like spirit anime, if you like good anime.
Yes. If you like things that will tug at you and make you laugh at the same time. But I would probably recommend every anime I'm going to talk about, so I'm biased.
It's weird how we only collect good things. Probably because we sold all the things we hated a while back.
Yep. I think that'll be it. So, yeah. Watch Yu Yu Hakusho. Or read it. You know, whichever. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.